Yeah, thanks a lot, Somnath. Yeah, Mahinder, thanks a lot. Okay, fine. So, as you know, this is a webinar or seminar, whatever you call it as. It's a webinar on Amazon Web Services. There is your cloud computing and the Linux and the Windows Server administration. Okay. So before we see or before we start anything about this AWS and the Red Hat Linux Server administration, let me just introduce myself so that you know what exactly you can expect from me. Fine. See, your friends, I'm Shakeel Aman here. Okay, I have total 14 plus years of experience in IT. Okay, and in this 14 years, actually, I have done, I have worked on different domains actually. When I started my career way back in 2007, 2008, I started on Windows servers. Okay, I started as a Windows Server administration. Then, I moved into the network administration. There was a time in 2007, 2008. If you want to start a career in IT, this was the best way of starting the career in IT, Windows servers and the network administration. In network administration, there are some courses like CCNA, CCNP, and CCIE. I did all these things actually. Okay. Now, whenever you talk about servers, we talk about majorly two servers, right? One is your Windows servers and the other one is your Linux servers. So in Linux, we have Red Hat Linux, Ubuntu Linux, and we have some other distributions also. But overall, let us call it as Linux server. So with this Windows Server administration, I have experience on my Linux server administration also. Fine. Now, then there was a concept called virtualization. There is still the concept called virtualization actually. Without virtualization, we cannot imagine, you know, cloud computing. Virtualization is the backbone of cloud computing. So in this virtualization, there is something called VMware. It's a company and they have some, servers called ESXi servers, ESXi hypervisors. So I have experience on this VMware hypervisor as well. Then, security. Whenever you talk about some servers and some data and some applications, we just need to talk about security there for sure, right? Without security, it's very difficult for us to protect our servers or protect the data over the internet. Okay. So I have experience on this security, especially that is based on your firewalls and all the other things. Okay. And for last, 6, 7 years, I am on cloud computing. Got it? For last 6 to 7 years, I am majorly on this cloud computing concept, my friend. Okay, so this is my experience in last 14, 15, 16 years. I have, experience on all these different domains. Okay. Now, coming to this package, coming to this particular course, in this package, actually, we have different courses. It's not a single course, it's a combination of 3 courses. Okay. So first thing is, let's say AWS, Amazon Web Services. It is a course that is based on your cloud computing. Okay. Then we have Linux server administration here, friends. And then with this Linux server administration, we have Windows server administration. So what is Linux server administration? What is Windows server administration? And what is AWS? This is what we will see in our today and tomorrow's session. Okay, so these are the 3 courses we have in this particular package. Fine. Now, the duration of this course is, or the duration of this package is 2.5 months, 2 months and 30 days. This is the duration. 2 months and 30 days. 2.5 months is the duration of this particular course. And the fees structure of this particular course is, see, as of now, we have an offer. The festival season is on, so we have Diwali offer here. So all these 3 courses are offered in just 6,999 INR. This is a package we have as of now. So in this package, we will be learning Amazon Web Services, Linux Server Administration, as well as Windows Server Administration. So this package is applicable only till Diwali, or only for this batch actually. We are planning this batch for this Diwali. So this is the package applicable only for this particular batch. Okay, so let me just highlight this. Yeah, this is a package. Normally what we have here for AWS, the fees will be 5,000 Indian rupees. For Linux, it is again 5,000. Okay. And Windows Server, actually, we are offering for free. Windows Server administration, I'll be providing all the free videos that I have recorded. Okay, so that would be free. So in normal case, the fees will be around 10,000 Indian rupees for AWS, Linux, and Windows Server administration. But because of Diwali, this particular course will come in 6,999 rupees. Okay, so that is the package we have as of now. Okay, fine. So I hope it's clear now. This is me, Shakeel Aman, and this is my experience, and this is your package. Amazon Web Services, Linux servers, and the Windows Server administration. Fine. Now, we will record every session actually, whether it is a demo session or a regular session, whether it is the first session or whether it is the last session. Each and every session will be recorded here, and all the recordings will be shared with you. Initially, 2-3 sessions will be there on the internet, on the YouTube actually. But after like 2 to 3 sessions, we will share sessions only with those people who have registered for this particular course. Okay, so recordings will be provided of each and every session. Windows, Linux, as well as your Amazon Web Services, all these 3 courses recording sessions will be provided. And I'll be handling all the 3 courses actually. Amazon Web Services, Linux servers, as well as Windows servers. I'll be taking all these 3 courses. Okay. Now, as of now, AWS, we are starting at 9 a.m. This is our AWS time, 9 a.m. Today is just a demo session. So probably from Monday, we'll be starting the regular classes. But as of now, this is the time for our AWS. Okay. And Linux server administration, we will start maybe before our AWS class or after the AWS class. Means, it can be, let's say, at 10 a.m. or it can be, let's say, morning 7 a.m. It can be any one of this time actually. It can be morning 7 a.m. or it can be morning 10 a.m. So before this class or after this class. Okay. So if you are coming parallelly, let's say morning 9 a.m. for AWS and let's say 10 a.m. for Linux server, or let's say 7 a.m. for Linux server, within next 2 months, you can easily complete your Windows Server administration, Linux Server administration, as well as Amazon Web Services. So see, we are still in October. So let's say maximum December ending, we'll complete our complete package. So January 2025, you will be ready to face interviews in any company across the globe on server administration job as well as on the cloud administration job. Okay, as a cloud engineer. Fine. So these are the timings we have set as of now for this particular batch. So AWS is at 9 a.m. This is a regular time for AWS, but Linux server we will decide maybe at 10 a.m. or maybe at 7 a.m. And Linux will be starting after Diwali. Say 31st of this October, 31st of this month, we have Diwali, right? So once we finish our Diwali festival, we'll go with the Linux server. So then from next week, you will be coming for 2 classes in single day. AWS as well as Linux. So within next 2 months, you can complete your complete package. But in case if you say you're not comfortable in 2 classes, you want to go with 1 class first, that is AWS. Then after completing AWS, if you want to go with Linux server administration, then it is more than, possible. No one is forcing you to come in 2 classes actually. If you are coming in 2 classes, you can easily learn 2 different courses in a single day. You can practice and you can do each and everything. That is more than possible. But in case if you feel you're not comfortable in attending 2 classes in a single day, you can simply come for AWS first, then you can go with the Linux administration after like say 2 weeks or 3 weeks or maybe like after a month. But again, like I said to you, my friend, within a day, you can easily come for 2 classes and you can finish the package within 2 months. So most probably January 2025, you will be ready to face interviews, whether it is a small company or the biggest MNC on the face of the earth. You're ready to face interviews. Okay. And your job profile can be server administration, Windows server administration, or Linux server administration, or cloud engineer or cloud administrator. So you're not applying for a job on a single job role. You can apply for a job on multiple job roles. That's always a added advantage, right? You can apply for your job on multiple job roles in any company. Okay, every company needs Windows Server administrators, Linux Server administrators, and the cloud administrators, right? So in every company, they need these three people. So in case if in a company, if there are three slots available, you're eligible for all the three slots. And in case if there is a company where there is only one slot available, let's say on cloud computing, you're again eligible for that particular job. So companies are looking for people who knows these three courses or two technologies at least, cloud technology as well as the server administration. I will count Linux server and Windows server as a single technology. Although the operating systems are different, but it is the server administration, right? So at the end of the day, it is counted as the server administration. But again, there are two different servers there. Linux server is a different way of practicals, and the Windows server is obviously a different server from a different company. So after completing this package, you are eligible to apply for jobs on multiple roles. I always say this is an added advantage, my friend. Applying on jobs on multiple roles is always an added advantage. Okay, so let me just come again. This is me. This is my name, Shakeel Aman, and this is my experience in my career of like 14, 15, 16 years. Okay. And this is the package we have. In this package, we have three courses: AWS, Linux Server Administration, and the Windows Server Administration. One more thing, AWS and the Linux Server Administration will be live classes. Like, AWS is at 9 a.m. Linux can be at 10 a.m. or 7 a.m. So these are your live classes. Coming to the Windows Server Administration, I'll be sharing the recorded classes of the latest Windows servers, my recorded classes. Okay. Now the question will be, is it easy to understand Windows Server Administration just by following the recorded classes? Answer is yes. The reason is, before you go with this Windows Server Administration classes, my friend, you need to complete your Linux Server Administration. So when you go with this Linux Server Administration, you're learning about users, groups, permissions, security. You're learning about all these different things. Now, once you go with the Windows Server Administration also deals with security, users, groups, permissions, and all those things. So you will not face any difficulty in understanding Windows Server Administration when you go with the recorded classes. Because in a Linux session, if you have any doubt, obviously there is a chat box there. You can send your question in chat box, or you can talk to me directly. You can simply unmute yourself and you can talk to me directly. These options are always open. So in Linux, theoretically, every topic will be clear for you. So when you go to Windows, you already have the concept of, servers and all those things. You just need to see the practicals. Okay, fine. Still, if you face some difficulty in the Windows Server Administration, I'll be available for you. Now, how I can be available for you? In coming days, I will share my email ID as well as my WhatsApp number. So whenever you have any doubt in Amazon Web Services, Linux servers, or Windows servers, or anything that is related to these technologies, you can ping me on my WhatsApp number. I'll be 100% available for you. Maybe I cannot answer you within a minute or within 10 minutes. Maybe it can take like a couple of hours because I'll be busy in sessions or I'll be busy with some other, official work. So maybe it may take 1 or 2 hours, but I'll 100% respond you on the WhatsApp. Okay. So in case if you face any difficulty while learning any of these things, while practicing actually, all these are practical oriented courses, right? Amazon Web Services, Linux and Windows, there are many practicals we have to do. So if you face any difficulty while learning these courses, while practicing these things, you can simply ping me on my WhatsApp number. I'll simply help you there. Small tips from me can help you a lot actually. Anyhow, you'll be coming in sessions, classroom sessions, and you'll be learning everything. But the small, tips what you get after the session when you do practice, that can clear all your doubts. So that can be a added advantage for you as well. Fine. Maybe I may not be available on telephonic call. I'm very sorry for that. But I'll be 100% available on my email as well as on my WhatsApp number. So this is what is the package, my friend. Amazon Web Services, Linux server, and the Windows server. And like I highlighted there, this is a Diwali offer only for this particular course. We are offering these three courses for 6,999. Actual fees is 10,000 or more than 10,000 actually, but only for this Diwali offer, this is what we are going to offer. Okay. Fine. Now let us proceed to the next stage of our webinar. Okay, before I go there, remember there is a chat box here. I'll be just sending a message here. I just sent India there in the chat box. Hopefully everyone can see that message. Okay. So if you have any doubts, any queries, feel free to send your queries in the chat box. You can unmute yourself and you can talk to me. It's not an issue. But in the middle of the session, if you can use chat box, it is much better because we are recording these sessions and the session should be organized in proper way. Maybe after like 1 week or 1 month, if you revisit these sessions, it should be very clean sessions for you. It should be very, you know, easy sessions for you. So that is the reason I'm asking you to go with chat box in the middle of the session. But at the end of the session, we can have the discussion. We can unmute yourself and you can have the discussion with me. Done? So this is not only for today. This is till the time we complete our course. Chat box will be always enabled. I will not disable chat box. Any number of people are there, maybe like 10 people or 300 people or let's say 3 people. I will not disable chat box there for sure. Okay, fine. Now, moving on. Let us see some basic questions here. I will not go to like what is AWS and what is Linux and what is Windows servers maybe today in more details. I'll just try to address few questions. These are the questions that are raised in every demo session actually. Not only with me, across the globe, these are some of the questions which are asked by people. Okay, I'm expecting like you people are freshers here, or maybe you people are having some experience of, let's say, 1, 2 years of experience, or maybe you're coming from some other background. Let us say someone is a programmer here. Okay, someone is a Python developer here. So you're coming from different backgrounds. So the next half an hour, whatever questions we will be addressing here, these questions are related to each and every one, my friend. Okay, and after completing these questions, if you have any questions from your side, well and good, we can have discussion on those questions also. Fine. Now, the first question that is commonly asked in every webinar is, prerequisite to learn Linux and AWS. AWS is what? Amazon Web Services. It is your cloud technology, right? So this is one question. Prerequisite to learn AWS and the Linux server administration. Listen, my friend, there are absolutely no prerequisites. If you know how to use a computer and if you know how to use the internet on that computer, you are 100% eligible to learn this particular course, Linux as well as AWS. I repeat, if you know how to use a computer and how to use the internet, you are 100% eligible. Okay, having said this, actually there are some basic things you should know. Now, why I'm not adding these basic things in the prerequisite? Because whenever we start a particular module, whenever we start a particular chapter in AWS or Linux, I'll start every chapter from very basic, from the scratch level, I'll start everything. That is the reason I'm saying there is no need for you to learn anything before you come for this class. Just come, I'll start everything from scratch and I'll take you to the advanced level. So there are absolutely, as of now, no need to know anything before starting the Linux server or the Amazon Web Services. Okay, you just need to have a computer with a internet connection. That is more than enough. Done? Now, the next question here is, who should learn Linux and AWS? Who are eligible for this actually? So to do anything, there are certain eligibility criteria, right? So who are eligible for this Linux and AWS? Listen carefully, my friend. Any person with a bachelor's or master's degree in any group, I repeat, any person with a bachelor's or master's degree in any group, or a system administrator, or a cloud administrator, or a DevOps administrator, or a cyber security guy, a ethical hacker, or a developer, or a tester, a programmer, any of this person actually, or any person who is interested in any of these particular things, these people should learn Linux and AWS. If you want to become the server administrator, Linux and AWS. If you want to become a DevOps administrator, Linux and AWS. Cloud administrator, Linux and AWS. Cyber security, that is actually in more demand, right? So DevOps in cyber security also, you should know Linux and AWS. If you want to become a programmer, let's say Python developer, Java developer. Okay, if you want to become something, if you're going to do something in testing, for all these things actually, my friend, Linux and AWS is indeed mandatory. You know, in every of my demo sessions, many people will come from the programming background. They say like, okay, I'm a Python developer working in this company for like 3 years, 4 years, 5 years, 7 years. Now my company is asking me to learn AWS. So they will ask me a question, why should I learn AWS now? I'm working as a Python developer, right? So why should I learn AWS? This is one of the common question I'll get in most of the demos. Okay. The thing is, if you're a Python developer, my friend, you need a platform to execute your commands. You need a platform to execute your programs. So where you can get the platform? You can get the platform in cloud. Now, what is this platform? How you can get a platform? That is a different discussion actually. But as of now, if you're a programmer also, companies are asking their programmers to learn the Amazon Web Services. I have trained many people actually who are actually a programmer, a developer, but they have to learn this because their companies asking them. But if you are interested in pursuing the career in the cloud administration itself, again you have to learn the Linux and AWS. Got it? So these are the people who can learn the Linux and the AWS. Did I miss anyone actually? Literally no, right? Literally no. Every person literally who is connected to the IT or who is planning to pursue a career in IT, they should learn this particular courses. Okay. Now, once you finish this course, this is a big question. Where to apply for jobs? Like for example, if someone is a MBBS doctor, like someone is holding MBBS degree, we know this very well, right? That person can get a job in hospital. If someone has done CA, that person can get a job in a bank or maybe some companies, right? If a person has done, let's say LLB, he can do practice in a court. So there are certain job roles which are, specified in a particular place. But the cloud administrator, the server administrator, where these people can apply for a job. Now listen, my friend. You can apply for a job in any company where there is a server and there is some data. I repeat, you can simply apply for a job in any company where there are servers and where there is some data. Now I'll ask you a question. Can you please tell me a company or can you please tell me a business today which is not connected to internet, which is not running on internet? I can wait for next 1 hour. I will not get any answer because literally every business is connected to internet. See, can you transfer some money using internet? Of course, that means you're using a bank there. Can you order some food by using internet? Of course, that means you're using Swiggy and Zomato there. Can you book a cab? Of course, by using Ola or Uber, you can book a cab. So again, you are using internet. Okay. Can you send some information to some other person? Of course. How that is possible? That is possible through the email. So what is it? Email. That email is again your internet. So the concept here is, as a cloud administrator or as a Linux administrator, you can literally apply for jobs in any company where it is connected to the internet. So today, every company is connected to internet and each and every company needs the server administrators and the cloud administrators. I repeat, every company, they need the server administrator as well as cloud administrator. So you can apply for a job in a bank, okay, in a IT sector, like a software company or in a shopping mall or in a hospital or any XYZ company. These people are needed. Okay. Now, another very important question. Like I said, these are practical oriented classes, practical oriented courses. So how to do lab practice? Whether it is for Linux server administration or Amazon Web Services, how to do practice? Quite simple, your friends. To do practice of AWS, you need to have a AWS account. See, this is actually my AWS account. Amazon Web Services free tier account. Can you see here? console.aws.amazon.com. So this is a free tier account that I have created in Amazon, and you also can create this account. How to create account, that I'll show you in coming classes, how to create an account and how to use that particular account, that we will see in great details, because we have to do practice here, right? Literally everything will be done by using these options which are here. Okay. So how to create AWS account, that is a different discussion that we will see. So first of all, we need to have a AWS account. And for Linux server administration practice, there is a software called Oracle VirtualBox. It is a hypervisor software. So this software should be there in your computer or laptop. So from where we can download the software and how we can install the Linux server and how to use the Linux server, how to do practice. Again, there will be a proper session on this. And in that particular session, we will see all these things in great details. So to do practice of Linux server as well as the Amazon Web Services, you just need to have a computer with the internet connection done. How to create AWS account and how to do the installation of uh, the Red Hat Linux server. I'll explain you all these things in great details. Done. So practicals are mandatory. There are many practicals we have to do. Amazon Web Services is a practical oriented course. Linux server is indeed practicals. Windows servers is again indeed practicals. Okay. Now, what to learn in this particular course actually? This is the last question. What to learn in Linux and AWS? Now, the simple answer is Linux and the AWS, there are many services available there. But do I need to learn each and every service? Probably no. I'll take a very simple example. So if you go with your mobile phone, how many applications are there in your mobile phone? Let's say 10, 15, 20, 30 applications are there probably. But if you go to the internet and if you see there are some thousands of applications available, right? Different types of application. So do I need to install each and every application in my mobile phone? No, there are certain applications which are common everywhere. Let's say WhatsApp, Instagram, okay, phone pay. These are some of the applications which are common in every mobile phone. So when you try to use a mobile phone, first you will learn how to use these applications, right? Now, just take this example and try to understand in the Linux and the AWS way. See, in AWS, there are many applications. In Linux, there are many services. Or in AWS, there are many services. In Linux, there are many services. But out of all the services, what we need to know? This is what we need to know, my friend. This is your syllabus. That is what you need to learn to kickstart your career as a Linux server administrator or as a Windows server administrator. Got it? As a Linux server administrator or as a Windows server administrator. To begin with, you should know more about the Linux basics and from where it came, who designed, who developed, okay, why it is so important. All these things we need to learn in great details. Then, we need to know how to install the Linux, okay. And one of the main thing is the architecture of Linux, the design of Linux. This is one of the major thing that we need to understand. But beside this, what we are learning here, friends? See, as of now, if I say what is a soft link and hard link, or what is this, VI editor, or what is this file system in Linux, I'm not sure anyone can understand anything. So I just want to show you this is the syllabus. Okay, let me just highlight some basic things here. For example, see file and directory permission. You simply show me a company where there is a Linux server and these file permissions and directory permissions are not configured. If there are, imagine 10 million servers across the globe, in every server out of these 10 million servers, these file permissions and directory permissions will be there. So these are the things that we need to learn as a Linux administrator so that we can manage a server in the company. There will be many servers in a company. There can be 20 servers or 200 servers or 2000 servers, or it can be more than 2000 servers. So the file and directory permissions are literally used in every company. I repeat, in every company on every Linux server as well as on Windows servers, these permissions are used. So we need to learn these permissions. We need to practice these permissions. We need to see the output. We need to do troubleshooting. All these things we need to learn. So this is one topic. Like this, there are many more services actually. Okay, so all these services we should know how to use. Okay, now these are the content. This is a course content actually. You can go through this course content. Once you finish our demo session, probably they will share the complete course content with you. Okay, so I'm not going through all the details here as of now. Slowly and steadily we'll go through these details, but as of now, this is what we have. Okay, let me just highlight one more thing here. Backup and restore. See, backup is the backbone of any administrator, any company. In case if you lose your data, you can get back your data if there is a backup. So you cannot imagine a day in a company where the administrator is not taking backup. So company, when you go for interview, they will ask you questions on backups. They will say, okay, tell me what is backup, or tell me the types of backups, or tell me how to take the backup, or tell me how to restore the backup. These are some of the questions they will ask you. And the other thing what we have discussed here is your file permission. So they will ask you, what are the permissions available? What is a group permission? What is a file permission? How to give permission to everyone? How to give the read permission? How to give the write permission? These are the interview questions they will ask you. Why they are asking these questions in interview? Because these are the things we do as a Linux administrator in every company on the face of the earth. Got it? So like this, we need to work. Now, coming to this AWS, this is your AWS curriculum here, friends, Amazon Web Services. And what we learn in this Amazon Web Services, we learn about the cloud computing. We learn about the cloud computing models. Okay. We learn about how to create the AWS account. We will see all the details of our Amazon Web Services. Okay. And then we go with different services like VPC service, EC2 service, and there are many more services. You can just go through this. There are many more services. But after learning all the services in AWS, once you get a job as a cloud administrator, you know what will be your responsibility? Your responsibility can be on these two services, security group and network access control list. You're learning many things. You're learning many services. But you know, once you get a job, your responsibility will be on security group or network access control list. Or maybe your responsibility is only on this IAM service, Internet Identity and Access Management Service. So in learning process, we are learning obviously many things, but you know, when you go for the job, your responsibility will be there on one or let's say maximum two services. So what about all the other services? See, in every company, there is a team. There is a group of people who are working there, my friend. It's not only one person who can manage everything. Literally not possible. Imagine there is a smallest company, very small company. In that company also, they need multiple administrators because there are multiple job roles available within a server. There are multiple configurations we have to do within a server. Got it? So you are responsible to perform a particular service. So on what service you will be, allocated, that depends on the company's requirement. So before you get a job, you need to know about the services, all the services. But once you get a job, your focus will be on single service. Got it? And there will be some other person in your team, he'll be managing some other service. Like for example, if you go to any restaurant, you may order some dosa there, or you may order some biryani there, or you may order some burger there. So there is a team who is making that burger. There is a team who is working on that biryani, and there is a team who is making those doshas and idlis and all those things, right? So we have different teams in a company who manage different things. Got it? This is the package we are going to start, my friend. This is a package where we have Amazon Web Services, Linux Server Administration, and Windows Server Administration. And there are multiple job roles on which you can apply, okay, in one company itself. Like literally every company have these three job roles: cloud engineer, Linux engineer, or Windows engineer, or you can call it as cloud admin, Linux admin, and Windows admin. So we will prepare ourselves in such a way that, at the end of this 2 months or 2.5 months, we'll be ready to face interview anywhere across the globe. Maybe the job can be there somewhere in USA. You're sitting somewhere in India. You can apply for that job because at the end of the day, you're working for that company from remote location. You're sitting in your bedroom, you're sitting somewhere in your drawing room, and you're working for that company through remote access. Not a big deal. It's not compulsory to go to company and sit in that company and work, right? Due to COVID, the work from home became more famous, right? For COVID restrictions and all those things. So any company can apply for the job, my friend. Yesterday I was talking to one of my friend who is in Australia, and he was asking for some, recorded sessions or some, some stuff on this Windows Server Administration. In this Windows Server Administration, friends, there is a very important service. Let me just go to this service. This one, Active Directory Domain Services. One of the most important job roles and one of the highly demanding job roles across the globe are on Active Directory Domain Services. So yesterday he sent me a message and he said like, I'm looking for, some Active Directory Domain Services content. So every company literally they need. So at the end of the day, my friend, you may get a job on Linux servers. Great, great way to start your career. You may get a job on Windows Server, absolutely fine. Or you may get a job on this Amazon Web Services. So in future, if you're planning to go with cybersecurity, or if you're planning to go with DevOps, or if you're planning to go with the advanced cloud computing, this is the place from where you can start your career. This is the placement, this is a package that everyone should know. I have seen many people who are trying to learn cybersecurity or DevOps without having the knowledge of servers and cloud, and they suffer. They pay the fees will not be refunded. In most of the institutes, there's the policy. So they will suffer and they will not understand many things. Okay, so the starting point should be from this particular place. Done. That's it for the day, friends. That was the introduction session for today. I have introduced myself. I have introduced about the package, and then we have discussed like some very basic questions. Now I'm here to take questions from you. If you have any questions, feel free to send your questions in chat box, or if you want to talk, yeah.
Yeah. When will the class begin? And
Uh,
Linux servers admin is 10 or 7, right? Both are the same.
Exactly. It can be starting at 10 a.m. or it will start at 7 a.m. AWS is fixed at 9 a.m., but Linux can start at 7 or 10. See, we can say classes has started from today. Tomorrow also there is a demo session, but in demo session also we will see some things that are very much needed for us to understand. So it's not like if I say Monday is our first class, and in case if you come directly on Monday, okay. If you have the knowledge, you can come directly on Monday. But what I'm trying to say here, my friend, is if you come for the initial demo classes also, you will get lot of in-depth knowledge about a particular server or particular technology. So actual classes will begin from Monday for sure. Monday is what day? Monday is 28th, right? So yeah, from 28th, we'll start our regular classes. But tomorrow, Friday, tomorrow also we have one more demo session. And in this tomorrow demo session, we will just continue from here. Whatever we have discussed today, we'll just try to add some more things so that, we can prepare ourselves for our regular classes.
This is a Monday to Friday, 30 days, right?
Monday to Friday, for sure, every week 5 days, and in some cases, let's say 6 days. Like last week I have taken 6 classes, and this week also I'm planning to take 6 classes because next week is Diwali. We have at least 2 days or 3 days off. Diwali is on Thursday, so Thursday, Friday will be off. Then obviously Saturday, Sunday. So we can just adjust timings according to the scenario. But in most of the cases, Monday to Friday. Saturday I will take in case if there is a festival, or if in case if there is a holiday, or maybe suppose there is a topic we have started on Friday and it will take 2 sessions to finish the topic. Then in that case, Saturday. So if there is a class on Saturday, I'll inform you like at least a day before or 2 days before.
Last question is like pay the fees and send the screenshot as per the chat, right? You send it in the chat all the instructions.
Yeah, I have not heard your question properly, but you're asking about the fees detail, right? So
Yes,
yeah,
yes.
yeah. So there is a message in the chat box. You can see. I'll just copy this
Yes,
message.
yes, yes. Yeah, yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah. So yeah, you can register there on that particular number. They have all the details there. Let me just copy this here. Yeah,
Okay,
yeah. So
okay,
you can send them these details.
okay.
Okay, this is not so clearly copied, but anyhow, the message is there, so you can just go through that message. Yeah. I think PayPal account will be there, my friend. You just need to contact the management. I am not sure if that account is there. They will provide you the bank details as well as the, some phone number to transfer through PhonePe or Google Pay. So they have all the options. Literally, they have all the options. So don't worry about the payment options. So, but still, for the payment account number and all the other things, you just need to contact them. Let me just write down the numbers here. These are the 3 numbers they have provided as of now. So any one number you can contact. These are their numbers. WhatsApp, as well as you can make a call on that number. So they will guide you in all the other process. Okay, fine. That's it for the reference. I'm here for like 30 more seconds. If any other doubts, any other query, We can have some discussion, then we can stop the session for day. Tomorrow is again a demo session. It will be the second demo session, and probably we'll go a bit more details of this particular course. And then, like I said, you from Monday, we are ready to kickstart our journey as a on the cloud administration as well as on the Linux administration. Cloud will start from Monday, AWS, and coming to the Linux, we'll start Linux after Diwali. Okay, so Diwali is on 31st. So next week, we'll just go with the cloud. Then November 1st week, we'll go with our Linux server administration. Okay, fine. So I guess no more questions, no more doubts. We'll stop the session here, friends. Thanks again for joining. And I just want to say one thing before I stop the session. If you have already decided to go with cloud or the server administration as your career, you have selected an excellent career for yourself, my friend. Okay, there is no looking back. I have never seen a person who was in cloud or in Linux server administration and they changed the career to some other different career. No, I have seen people who are in Linux servers or cloud and they went into DevOps or they went into cyber security. This is one journey. This is one path. Okay, but I have never seen a person who has simply changed a career because maybe he's not getting job, or maybe the packages are not good, or maybe he's not able to understand the concept. I have never seen a person like this in my 15, 16-year career, my friend. Okay, so just stick to this particular career. When you do, with whom you do, where you do these particular courses, where you learn these particular courses, that's a different thing. But as a friendly suggestion, if you have already decided to go with this, done. There are plenty of opportunities available, and plenty of opportunities will be generated in coming years and years and years to come. Okay, fine. So that's it for the day, friends. Thanks again for joining. See you tomorrow at 9 a.m. India Standard Time with more details of this particular package. Thanks a lot, friends. Bye.